σε ρόλο θεματοφύλακα της παγκόσμιας νομιμότητας, εμφανίστηκε στη Σιγκαπούρη η Ύπατη Εκπρόσωπος της Ευρωπαϊκής Ένωσης Κάγια Κάλας, καταγγέλλοντας με το γνωστό ύφος της ηθικής υπεροχής τη ρωσική επιθετικότητα στην Ουκρανία και προειδοποιώντας για τη διάβρωση του διεθνούς δικαίου. Από το βήμα του φόρουμ Shangri-La Dialogue, η Καλας επιχείρησε να συνδέσει τις γεωπολιτικές εντάσεις στην Ασία με την Ουκρανία, μετατρέποντας την ομιλία της σε μία ακόμη έκκληση για περισσότερη δημοκρατική επιτήρηση, αυτή τη φορά μέσω καλωδίων ναυτικών περιπολιών και κυβερνοσυμμαχιών. Κατηγόρησε την Κίνα και τη Βόρεια Κορέα για συνενοχή, ενώ παρουσίασε την Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση περίπου ως προστάτηδα της παγκόσμιας ειρήνης.
Dear ministers, it's an honor to share the stage with you, and also thank you to the IISS for organizing this great meeting of the minds, and also inviting me for the second time already. So this year marks 80 years since the end of World War II, when autocratic powers tried to bend the global order to their will and lost. 80 years ago, freedom prevailed. We collectively established the rules-based international system with the United Nations at its core. We developed legal principles to try crimes of atrocity. We established international law to protect territorial integrity. We signed the United Nations Charter. This is a treaty that binds every United Nations member by law. 80 years after the end of World War II, some actors are subverting its very foundation. It is the greatest challenge of our time. 3 points. First, Russia is waging an illegal war of aggression by invading a sovereign state. The UN Charter is very clear. It provides only 2 legal grounds for the use of force: self-defense and the authorization of force by Security Council in response to a threat to peace, a breach of aggression, or an act of aggression. There are no root causes under international law that allow for the use of force. North Korea directly contributes to the illegal aggression with soldiers, arms, and ammunition. And China says it's neutral, but its dual-use experts are fueling Russia's war. When China and Russia speak of leading together, the change is not seen in 100 years, and of revisions of the global security order. We should all be extremely worried. Back in 2022, former Japanese Prime Minister Kishida warned from this stage that Ukraine today might be East Asia tomorrow. We are over 3 years into the war now. We speak in Europe that Ukraine's defense is our defense, but it is defense of our common security. We have to stop Russia in its tracks. If we don't, all we do is validate the claim that you can just take your neighbor's territory by force. If we don't defend the law, we validate aggression. Second, Europe and Asia also share many other security challenges. On maritime security, we share a commitment to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. And the EU always speaks out when countries challenge this, including in the South China Sea. We also speak out when tensions escalate in the Taiwan Strait, and we oppose any unilateral attempt to change the status quo, including by force or coercion. And with threats to our critical underwater infrastructure, our security is literally interlinked. In 2023, a Chinese-flagged ship dragged its anchor for over 180 kilometers in the Baltic Sea, damaging gas pipeline and undersea cables. reckless at best, sabotage at worst. This behavior should be under global scrutiny, as it is in the interest of us all. European and Asian partners should work together to protect our undersea cables, and we should be ready to review existing law to ensure it is fit for this era and can address these challenges. We should also collectively address the challenge of shadow fleets. The European Union has already imposed sanctions and is prepared to take further action in this regard. The European Union's own naval missions have already escorted hundreds of merchant vessels through the Red Sea and repelled Houthi attacks, as well as helped to reduce piracy in the Indian Ocean. When it comes to nuclear weapons, the Non-Proliferation Treaty has meant a safer world for us all. The EU sanctions those in breach of it, international nuclear norms, such as the Ύπατη, but also works for de-escalation wherever it is possible. Cyber, was mentioned many times here before, is another domain of unrestricted competition that also knows no borders. Recently, Chinese state-backed actors were behind a malicious cyber campaign against Czechia. These attacks are unacceptable. These are the examples of the European Union standing up for the international law because it protects us and everybody else. International law is the best deterrence for all countries, large and small. The rules-based global order is also the only guarantee for our safety and self-determination. When might replaces right, no border is safe. In the era of major instability, this system is more important than ever. If anything, this is the era that it was built for. But we have to enforce the rules and reinforce them if need. Third, those who breach international law are often the same as those who see international relations as a zero-sum game. It is not. Our strategy for the Indo-Pacific is the exact opposite of this. It is about building strong partnerships in our mutual interest. All of us are always better off when we work together. The EU offers reliable and credible partnerships. You can trade with us, innovate with us, and lead the green transition with us. We are the world's largest trading bloc, a top 3 investment partner to most countries in the region. And our power is not only economic. In the face of these geopolitical challenges, the European Union has shifted gear, reimagined our own paradigm as peace project backed up with hard defense. We are making up to 800 billion euro available for investments in defense. And we are fast becoming a global security partner too. We have agreed security and defense partnerships with Japan and the Republic of Korea, for example. We would like to deepen our security relations with India and Australia and many others as well. Europe has a long-term strategic commitment to this region. Esteemed guests, the World War that ended 80 years ago this year came at too high cost for humanity to throw away the achievements we have made. UN Charter and the international law, far from abstract ideas, are the best tools we have to protect peace and hold aggressors accountable. They are the bedrock of stability. So we stand firm against those who ignore the rules and ensure accountability for those who break them. We throw our weight behind partnerships. If you reject unilateralism, bullying, and aggression, and instead choose cooperation, shared prosperity, and common security, the European Union will always be by your side. Thank you.